X-Files creator Chris Carter has been talking about his interest and desire to do a third X-Files film for years. In a recent interview, Carter repeated his thoughts on a third film and mentioned that he'd like to add a key cast member, World's End star Simon Pegg. Carter said the following: Gillian Anderson worked with Simon Pegg on a movie and told me that he was a big fan. We actually thought about putting him in the second movie, but there was no part for him. I certainly would think about him if we were to go forward in any way. Schnepp, would you be up for a third X-Files film? And if so, could you see Simon Pegg being a good fit for such film?
Honestly, no, I don't think they should do an X-Files 3. I get it. It's like, if I was part of a television series for 10 years and we did a movie that did okay, and then we did a second movie like 10 years later that didn't do good in the box office and was critically like maligned and was, somewhat boring. A third movie, would be something that everyone involved would be like, let's put a good nail in the coffin. Let's not go out with that second werewolf, weird priest thing. Let's do a really good movie. And if we are going to do it, let's get the guy who's in every single movie possible, Simon Pegg. It's like, that's the luckiest actor I've ever seen. Like, I saw him first in Spaced and then Shaun of the Dead, and was like, that guy's amazing. And I still think he's amazing, but he got to be Scotty in Star Trek. He's in Mission Impossible. He's like that go-to guy. So I think everyone is like, man, if we just add a little bit of little salt and pepper, little Simon Pegg, let's sprinkle him on the thing, we got a hit. So I wouldn't say Chris Carter is insane for wanting to include Simon Pegg in X-Files 3. I just hope they have a really good story for X-Files 3. That's really all I care about. I mean, if Simon Pegg is sprinkled in there, that'd be awesome. That only makes it better. But let's just make a really good X-Files 3 if you're going to waste David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson's time, and just make it like the original first 3 seasons, Chris Carter, please. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of doing another X-Files movie. And don't get me wrong, I liked the X-Files fine enough back in the day when it was on and all this kind of stuff. But, as they got into the last season and even as they did the first film, especially in the second, that was a story and a universe, if you will, that got so convoluted. Yeah. And it's you could tell it was starting to collapse under its own weight. They had so many different stories going and so many different little characters and facts that they all started to conflict, and it created this real big mess. And if you remember, I think the invasion date is already passed. If you were a fan of that future occupation date when the aliens are going to come, that's going. I mean, they did the second X-Files movie and they don't even reference the alien invasion.
I know.
There's supposed to be this apocalyptic event that's coming that's going to end civilization and life as we know it, and they don't even talk about it in the second film. So at that point, they kind of lost me. That was the point when I said, okay, X-Files is done. Let's put this to bed. Now, if they were going to do it, sure, there are worse things you could do in the world than add a great guy and a great performer and just a scene stealer really like Simon Pegg. That would be great. Right. But for me, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, it almost feels like grasping at straws with that comment. Let's just add Simon Pegg in there, He'll fix it. It's like some kind of weird glue do you really need that glue? I mean, Simon Pegg is incredible. I love the actor. But yeah, I'm even like, I stopped watching X-Files like the season after Duchovny left. It just started becoming like this watered down thing. Like, what's going on? I don't know. It was like, it fell into a disappointing couple seasons for me that I didn't watch, and I tried watching a few of them, and so
right.
I think I'm the only person who would like to see it.
If they could end X-Files with a big bang, and like maybe it starts with the aliens have already occupied Earth, and it's only David Duchovny, only Scully can save the world, or something. Who knows?
I may be the only one who wants to see a third X-Files, but only if David Duchovny comes back.
Oh, I don't think it would be a question.
Only if.
Don't think it would be a question.